everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Yasmin, but my friends all call me Yazzie, and you guys can too. So today we are talking about some things that I don't necessarily love about the bookish community. And when I say the bookish community, this is like the online bookish community, you know, book talk, booktube. Like those are the main ones that I'm on personally, but everything else. And just to preface, this is not targeted at everybody. This is like just some things that I've been noticing with some people and some creators. In no way, shape or form do I hope this to like offend anybody. This is just me sharing my opinions, and I know this isn't going to change anything. I just want to rant about it, you know? And there is absolutely no hate to anybody who does do these things, unless I specifically say so. Again, in no way do I want to offend anybody. These are just like some things that I think the book community could better itself in. And yeah, that's all this video is for. It's for me and my ranting purposes, and maybe just a bit more awareness about some problems that I don't think I'm the only one who has with the bookish community. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is something that I have very, very strong feelings on, and that is spoilers. More specifically, not putting spoiler warnings. Guys, why do you do it? Because say for example, in my video, I did a short, and it's like when my favorite character dies and I'll be like crying or something. I look through the comments and it's every dead, funny, lovable side character you've ever known in every single fandom. And it's so bad because not a single one of them will have a spoiler warning. And it's not cool. It's really, really not cool. Like, I see all of them. I can't imagine like other people, other viewers looking through the video and then going to the comments and seeing, you know, all these dead people. And I'm just like, I feel so bad. Because ultimately it is my video that those comments ended up on. But then again, people don't put spoiler warnings. Guys, what happened to spoiler warnings? What do we have against them? Genuinely, it's an extra 2 words on top of what you want to say, so that people, you know, so that the book isn't ruined for them. And it's genuinely like, it's so infuriating. I cannot with spoilers. I've had so many like good books and series and so many things in general just spoiled for me because of the pure like negligence to spoiler warnings. It's not that hard. I think I can guarantee you, like if you ever put like a spoiler for Fearless or any popular book, everyone in that comment section hates you. Nobody likes you for it, genuinely. I hate you. If you're putting spoilers, it's like, what for? Just put spoiler warnings, please. Please. All I'm asking, okay, if I get one thing out of this video, it is that every time you ever comment something about a book and it has a spoiler in it, you will put a spoiler warning. And I swear that will make me happy. Like, if you get anything from this video, that is what I want you to get. Please. Please. It's not cool, it's not funny, it's not fun, it's so depressing, and genuinely, like, it ruined my whole mood. Because then I don't want to read that book anymore, because I know what's going to happen. And I cannot tell you how many, like, books this has happened for me. I've had so much stuff in Shatter Me spoiled. I had Heroes of Olympus spoiled. I had As Good as Dead spoiled. I had Legendary spoiled. Like, guys, we need to stop. We've grown past this. It's 2025. Let's stop. The next thing I want to talk about is bad reviews of books. Okay, so when I say this is like a bit of an explanation. This is a very broad term. Okay, so basically, I don't necessarily trust star ratings because what my 3 stars could be someone else's like 4 stars or even like a 2 star. So I feel like everyone with their star ratings, it's very, very different. So I personally don't trust star ratings. I would much rather look at the written book reviews and they'll like tell me, okay, what did this person like and what did they not like about the book, and then I'll decide whether I actually want to read it, because I do not trust star ratings. Because for me, I feel like 3 stars is where like the line is really blurred. For me personally, 3 stars is like it's an okay book. I don't know, like I didn't love it, I didn't hate it, it was good. But for other people, apparently a 3 stars is like really, really good, or for other people a 3 stars is like trash. That's like the dirt that you walk on, and I'm just like, okay. So I don't really trust star ratings in that sense. But also, when it comes to people giving bad reviews of books, Some of them tend to be more targeted towards the reader and not the book themselves. Like, I've looked at some reviews of books and they'll be like, if you like this, you have the reading comprehension of a 5-year-old. And I'm just like, what was that for? Genuinely, what was that for? Like, that doesn't tell anybody about the book. That doesn't tell anyone why you didn't like it. You're just hating on people for no reason. And it's perfectly fine if, like, you didn't like a book that other people like. Like, who cares? It's fine. But I don't understand why you're hating on other people for liking something that you didn't like. I feel like the reader space has been very selfish in that sense, whereas, like, if you don't like a book that I liked, I don't like you. And I feel like that's just really, really mean, and that's not what the book community is about. It's about, like, it's a place where we can feel safe to talk about our opinions in books, and I feel like that's sort of just not happening lately. You have to really, really, like, defend your opinions if you don't want to be attacked, and it's genuinely, like, scary. But yeah, I don't get it, because it doesn't tell anyone anything. It's just you being a hater, and what for? Seriously, what for? And people who hate on people because they didn't like their book, because they didn't like their favorite book. Why? Not everybody has to like the same books you like. Say, for example, I love Caraval. I know half the people who read Caraval hated it. I don't really care. I know what I like, and you know what you like, and I don't have to, we don't have to like the same things. And that's what I think is really one of the joys of reading. Everybody likes different things, so ultimately there's something for everybody. For everybody. Okay? Okay? Something else I want to talk about is book goal. I feel like as a bookish society, we are way too obsessed with book goals. And I feel like it's getting to the point where reading is actually becoming competitive and we are losing the fun out of it. And it's genuinely just really, really sad. I will say, I do think that I am a pretty fast reader. So I've never actually worried about, like, my book goal and stuff. This is actually the first year that I've ever had a book goal. Now, because I am a fast reader, I did put it pretty high. I think my goal this year is about 80 books. And we're not even halfway through the year yet, and I've already read more than 30 books. And I realized that's probably not normal for a lot of people, but I'm very lucky I have the time to do that, and that's just me. But I'm not going to compare myself to other people who've maybe already read 50 books this year. Like, why? No offense, but why do I care what other people are reading? Why do I not just read what I want to read because I want to read it? Why do I care in the first place, you know? And I also feel like, especially when it comes towards the end of the year, lots of book influencers rely more on quantity over quality. Like, they'll try and read a book every day just so they can reach their reading goal. And I think that's just really, really sad. Like, when did we as a bookish society become so obsessed with what other people are doing? Like, what for? Why do we care? I don't. I know for a fact I don't care, like, what other people's book goals are or how fast they read. I'm focusing on myself, because in the end I read for my own entertainment and my own enjoyment. And I feel like if I was really, like, looking at what other people are doing and making it competitive, that would make me hate reading. And I never want that to happen to me. I love reading way too much to ever let that happen to me. So no way. Another thing, the people who say that audiobooks don't count as reading. Now, I'm going to choose my words very carefully here. If you listen to an audiobook, you still finished that book. You might not necessarily have read it, but you finished it, if I'm making sense. Like, if I read the book, a physical copy of the book, and you listen to the audiobook, we know the same story, you know? Like, we went on a journey with the same characters and, you know, we did the same thing. It should still count to a reading goal. Just because you didn't necessarily read it doesn't mean you didn't finish it. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm making sense. Because not everybody can read, or not everybody finds reading so easy. For lots of people, audiobooks are much more accessible for them. And so I think if we hate on that, then we are alienating people from the wonder that is reading, and it generally just makes me really, really sad. Like, why? What are we doing that for, you know? And I don't understand why this is still, like, drama or a dilemma in the bookish community, because audiobooks, like, we're reading the same thing. Okay, and finally, people who think they're better than others for reading, like, different things. So let's go with classics, for example. There are genuinely some people who think that classics are, like, the only form of literature and the only legit form of literature. Like, everything else is a waste of time. And I'm just thinking, like, why? Why are you being a snob? What for? Okay, because I will say, I think everyone should read like a classic or a few classics in their lifetime. Even if you don't enjoy it, I still think it is a good learning experience. Same way, like, say for example, if you love watching movies, every once in a while, maybe you want to watch a documentary, maybe you want to learn something. And I feel like that's just really, really good. And I feel like that is a really good way to view classics as a learning experience rather than entertainment. And I feel like it's always good to try and learn something every once in a while. You know, you don't always just have to read classics. Right now, I am trying to read a classic. And I will say, it's not as fun as if I was reading a murder mystery, but I am learning some things and it's making me think a little bit more. And so I think overall it will be a good experience. Maybe not fun, but a good experience nonetheless. And also, this also applies to spice. Now, not everybody likes spice. I don't like spice. Okay, but I'm not going to hate on someone else or think that I'm better than them because I don't read it. You know, like, I feel like that is so childish. And again, just what for? Genuinely, what for? I just think no readers are better than one another. You know, we all like different things and we all have our own opinion. That doesn't make anybody better than anybody else. We're all readers at the end of the day. And that's what it is. And it really baffles me and it really makes me sad that this actually exists in the bookish community. It's so sad, genuinely. Anyways, that is it for my video today. Thank you for listening to my little rant. Please take everything I say with a grain of salt. And also let me know any things that you guys maybe don't like about the bookish community. I'm very curious, like, how people feel on this. Just their thoughts, you know? Because obviously it's not perfect. Like any community, it's not perfect and it's never going to be perfect. But obviously there are some things that we might be able to fix. And that is all I'm thinking. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful day and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!